Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. All right, so we're picking back up. Welcome back, guys, to Mindfulness Mastery 888. I am Tawnya Love, your hostess with the mostest. And I've got my soul sister, Cindy Campbell, here, our other hostess with the mostest.
Hello.
So we left off on, Cindy was kind of explaining the different parts of how our wounded ego, she gave it a name, Vicky, the victim, and how we have that energy come up sometimes that has a story, has its own, like, making assumptions of what the situations are with people. It can project at things. Mm-hmm. It's basically, I was leaving off on explaining that it's a part of us that's trying to protect ourselves from maybe being hurt, disappointed, whatever. But energetically, because it's based in old energy, we can end up kind of bitch slapping our new friend with this old energy, or our new partner. And then that person is just like, what's going on? Like, I don't even know Vicky. Like, I haven't been formally introduced, you know? And then Vicky's like, oh, I know you though. You remind me of so-and-so, right?
Yeah.
And so it's an energy that's trying to protect us. But we want to understand, like, how to consciously choose joy, which is our topic that we're focusing on, is we have to take that power back and realize, Vicky, I love you. So it's not hating that voice. Right. We can make jokes, like, we're jokingly like, oh, shut the fuck up, bitch, you know? Like, yes. There's times that we might see it as a voice that we're just like, oh, I've heard enough of your suffering, yes. Right? Mm-hmm. But energetically, when we can really come into peace with it, and I call it, like, you know, just sitting, like, if you feel like you have inner demons, these little energies that are messing with your life, you could hate them or try to deny them, suppress them, or project them. So I can throw it at someone else instead of sit with, that's my shit. Instead, we could really come to peace with it and sit with it, mm-hmm. and just be like, hey girl, so what's bothering you? What's bothering you? I noticed that you're upset about something. And Vicky might have something she has to say that could be deeper connected to even inner child, different, you know, parts of ourselves that want our love and want our acceptance and our awareness. It could be our inner teenager, right?
Yes.
So understanding that we can jokingly have fun and give it names and stuff, but also ultimately we want to come to peace with that part of ourselves. And so if we had, a lot of times this comes through in sessions where energetically, if you see that your higher self that's very aligned, very wise, and knows where she's taking you next, she knows where we're going. And then you imagine this current you in the meat suit, that's a human on planet Earth, you, is sitting in the passenger seat with higher self, but you're one, right? You're both in the front. You're both mm-hmm. driving the ship. And then inner child, teenager, you know, any aspects, like we might have Vicky, they're in the back of the SUV and it might be full. And some people might have a smaller car. There's less voices, right?
Mine's real big these days.
Does it make sense? You're like, I need a big car. But they're all back there, and they can be back there nicely, like little inner child's tucked in. She got a lollipop, her favorite stuffed animal. She's smiling, looking out the window. But when we keep that inner order, we are in joy. And we have to be the one consciously driving that vessel, though. We don't want Vicky ever driving, or our angry teenager, or mm-hmm. the toddler that's throwing a tantrum, age 3. Like, we're in trouble if they drive, right? Like, yes. Think of if you actually let your 3-year-old drive your car. That's chaos. Yikes. That is chaos. So energetically understanding that in our emotional self is how we don't create chaos. So when we see, like, again, we were kind of talking a little bit about world leaders, and I don't even want to call them leaders because they're like sociopaths in my perspective, but energetics there's these aging men, or there are these frozen souls in aging meat suits is what I see. And they're, doing their best in a world of ego and a world of proving yourself, in a world where as a man, we don't ever sit and acknowledge we made a mistake, or we acknowledge that maybe I don't know what to do. So I'm going to just act fucking crazy and get everyone to just do what I say because I'm louder or more intimidating. So that is happening in our world, the outer world. But what we want to understand is that noise should not distract us from our inner peace and our inner power. I don't even want to call it inner work, but it's more like our inner power and our inner choice to choose presence no matter what the world's doing. So you can start with this in your own home. Like how I am is not connected to what my kid's doing or my partner's doing. Like even if they're being insane today, I am in charge of me. And that might mean I have to make some course corrections or change what I'm going to do with my day. I might need to step away for a minute to get my, center.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like we have to learn that in our own self, then connect with relationship with other, and then family. What happens is so many people don't do that. They don't do that inner work. They don't understand it, and they get in a relationship, and then they pump out some babies and chaos.
Yes.
Because nobody is even understanding self-love in that movie. So you've got children being raised in those environments, no self-love. So like with whatever you went through, whatever I went through, our parents did the best they knew how with the lack of self-love and the lack of inner healing and alignment that they were even aware to give themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So you see that in a society now where that's the big picture, kind of what's happening. This is chaos. It's like world chaos. But energetically, the power is not about blaming other people. It's always about us taking back our own power now. So Cindy could be mad at her dad for eternity. She could be mad at a friend in high school for eternity. Or she could say, man, I'm taking my power back. Like, Dad, you're kind of a narcissistic little motherfucker and you get on my nerves sometimes, but I love you, but I'm going to stay away from you and only see you once in a while.
Yes.
Or, hey, the ex-friend, you know what? I don't even know you anymore or where you live, but I'm releasing you because this is some bullshit. And I'm actually open to some good connections with friends right now.
Yes.
And I know I deserve that.
Yeah.
So it's like you start taking that ownership and then you bring that power in yourself. And interestingly, when you do that inner work, what we were talking about last time with our shadow work, we become more magnetic for what we actually want. Because we've now faced those things in us that we're sabotaging. Like whenever we'd get close to something we want, we'd sabotage it with victim. Vicky, the victim, she's gonna sabotage that shit, right?
Yes.
So we're learning like, okay, we don't want to sabotage. We want to have self-love, not self-sabotage. So that looks different. And that means we have to love ourselves. And so do you want to say anything on that? And then I was going to get into talking about because you were talking about Vicky and, the different scenarios. And I was going to talk about the warrior story that I feel like could help make sense of what we need to do with them.
Yeah.
Like how we connect with them and don't reject them.
Yes.
But also don't let them lead.
Right.
Meaning the voices.
Yes.
And by the way, we're not crazy. We're saying voices like when you just have that victim voice that's like, nobody loves me and oh, my life sucks and how come they're so awesome and nah,
yes.
blah, 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 whatever
yes.
it goes on. Or it could be the villain voice that's just like, fuck them all. Like, it's just like angry and it wants revenge. And the thing is you don't want to listen to those voices because they will just create more and more bullshit karma for you.
Totally.
And they won't really help you to freedom. They will keep you enslaved and as they pose as friends.
Yeah.
It's like a friend that pretends to be a friend, but it really wants to keep you locked in the cellar with it because it won't exist without you.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't leave me, Cindy. You know what I mean? Don't leave me.
I think you hit a point that was really important for me during this process. I think what I was hoping for, through all my years of healing, various things
Mm-hmm.
was that voice was going to magically go away.
Yes.
And that really...
So you feel like that was connected to your healing. Like, God damn it, we haven't healed a damn thing.
Yes. Like, I needed to take responsibility and ownership of that and be like, no, that's mine to heal.
Yes.
I get to take ownership of that.
Yes.
Which is a big deal.
I just got goosebumps.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah. It does suck sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's good.
But you taking ownership helps you go, wait, that's something I've let live in me.
Yes.
It isn't me. And I can love it and forgive me for times I projected or suppressed. What are you feeling right now? I can feel emotions coming up. And it's okay. This is the real, raw, truthful. This is where we might cry on the show many times.
I do cry easily.
That's so healthy of you to let your emotion move through you with crying. It's something we're going to encourage women and men to do because it's healing. It's purifying.
Very healing.
Yes.
I think forgiveness of myself.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. Like because you kind of see now looking back, like maybe I could have avoided certain things if I would have understood better then.
Yes. I would have had better relationships with people, better relationship with myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see that right now, like with acceptance? Like I am forgiving myself because I know I did these things. And can you see that and say, I can forgive myself and accept myself because this is where I am now. And I did the best I knew then. Mm-hmm. That kind of helps you when you realize I'm doing the best that I knew. And at that time, if I didn't understand it consciously, I really was doing the best I knew.
Yes.
And I feel like so many humans, I mean, we could take the most villainous, terrible human that we could think of, right? In our society and put them in a room. And if they wanted to talk to me and we could go back and forth and connect, they could release so much. You're not an eternal villain unless you keep believing that and you keep thinking, oh, I've done so much already. So think of how that can keep people feeling that they're unhealable.
Yes.
They're not able to be forgiven because they can't forgive themselves.
Yes.
Or I can't be better because I did a bad thing once. I feel like it's so important that we realize that we always can heal no matter what we've done or where we've gone or what we've gone through.
Yeah.
And we can always forgive. That's like fifth dimensional energy there. Like higher Christed consciousness is in that unconditional love and forgiveness.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean unconditional tolerance of abuse.
Right.
I'm going to be very clear on that. I feel like, you know, when we start loving ourselves and you choose yourself and you start forgiving yourself for past, you are going to forgive others easily, but you'll also stand on boundaries because you love yourself. So unconditional love is not some, you know, like Pollyanna hiding. I love Pollyanna, by the way, but I've had so many people say, oh, what a Pollyanna, like where you're only looking at the good. I feel like look for the good in everything, but if people are showing you misaligned energy repeatedly, stand on boundaries, love yourself, forgive them, but don't keep just letting people come in and fuck with your life.
Yeah.
And because all you're going to do is be mad at yourself, and then that will turn into self-rejection and self-betrayal and self-abandonment again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like the forgiveness is like kind of the next big phase that I'm going to be moving into. It feels like I've got work to do there.
Yeah.
With other people and
yeah. And really the biggest forgiveness is you forgive others of the things, but biggest ones, forgive self.
Yeah.
Forgive self even for, you know, not understanding how much that was affecting things, or forgive self for how long you let yourself suffer.
Yeah.
And it's not like, don't think of it as work as much as just a choice.
Yeah.
Like I can do that now.
Yeah.
I can forgive my past now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you feel that? Like it doesn't have to be hard and work and drudgery.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do like to make things more difficult.
That's Vicky. Vicky. That's Vicky. Oh shit, this is going to be hard.
Vicky B.
God damn, we're going to suffer through this. I just know it.
No, I think it will be good. It's also something that I have avoided for a long time because I think I was really good at forgiving other people.
Yes. But did you really forgive them?
That's what I don't think I really did.
That's what I just got from Spirit instantly.
I don't think I did because I had to forgive myself first.
Like you were kind of giving the words like, oh, I forgive them.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping score deep down.
Yes.
Like I never trust you again, bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Totally.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Damn it. Calling me out.
I just literally got it.
Like, not you calling me out.
Spirit call me out. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and energetically, it's like forgiving yourself is the most important part. But even like forgiving other people, you can forgive other people and never hang out with them again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spirits want me to be so clear about that because I feel like a lot of people need that right now. You can totally forgive someone, but stand on 10 toes down on business, on boundaries, and know that I'm not going to be treated that way again.
Yeah.
And for me, it kind of came in this past year. It was a lot of healing this year. I went from Cinderella energy to Empress energy where I'm like, yeah, I ain't tolerating shit. And before, I felt like I was pretty amazingly aligned, honestly. And I was for the most part, but I was still drawn in certain energies that were really trying to fuck with me and mess with my confidence.
Yeah.
And so I had to really look at that as like, why am I allowing this in? What, you know what I mean? What in me is attracting this like weird narcissistic pattern again? So let's face it, we're going to burn that shit down and come out of it. But energetically, we have to face that, but we don't want to turn on ourselves. We want to actually come towards ourselves with self-love. And you can forgive a person. But in this, there's some cases in my life where I've forgiven people, but I have just, I nothing them after that. Like I forgive you and I forgive myself for not even tolerating, but even continuing to keep holding faith in you. Because for me, it's been that where I just forgive and unconditionally love.
Yeah.
And I watch and I had to get to a place where I understood, okay, this is manipulation. Like a person is not that ignorant to what they're up to. Right. And so I'm saying this for the people that maybe have had toxic relationships or you've been in, abusive situations or narcissistic relationships, which will just make you just feel depleted in every way. And so, I'll talk more about that as we go, I'm sure, but I'm not to keep it about that topic, but like, energetically, when you're in something like that, you have to really see what it is. And then you have to love yourself and choose yourself and have boundaries with what will be near you again. And in cases with some of those kind of situations, it's better to go no contact. It's better to not even engage emotionally or in verbal communication that can just continuously be manipulated and whatever. And I think that as a healer, that was a huge lesson for me and a wake up for me because I really feel anyone can heal. I really still do, but anyone can heal if they want to have the self-awareness of healing. So what I was coming to full circle in that little explanation is when you actually are in healthy connection and you choose self-love and you have healthy boundaries, like you are not going to let certain things continue. You're going to really have ownership for what's best for you. And that's a huge part of forgiveness. It's a huge part of self-love. I can love you and wish you all the best, but know that you and I are not good for each other. I can love you and want the best for you, but know that I want the best for me and you are toxic and not the best for me.
Yes.
And you do not have access to me. But I send you love and wish you well. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like that's so important. And that could be a partner. It could be a child. It could be like I remember having to say to my mom, like when she was alive, probably in my late 20s, early 30s, I was like, Mom, if all you're going to do is come to me with problems and victimization and things, but you never want solution, because I'm a solution girl.
Yeah.
I'd be like, if all you want to do is talk about that and like it's draining to me, then I'm not the go-to girl. Like if you want solutions, I'm your girl. Call me up. And then there would be times she wasn't honoring boundaries. And I'm like, if you can't honor my boundaries, don't call me until you can honor them. And she didn't call me for a couple years, but I was okay. I feel like people are afraid to say what they really need to say. Yeah. They're afraid to say, if you can't respect me and show me the honor I'm showing you, then don't come around. And they're terrified that that person won't come around. But it's the best fucking thing for your life. Seriously, like everybody I've put boundaries with, and I'm like, if you can't be honoring, if you can't tell the truth, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you can't be respectful to me, then, don't call me until you can. And then 9 years later, I hear from a sibling after my mom dies. So it's like people, you're going to lose people is the point Spirit's bringing through, is that we have to let go of our attachment to things. And our attachments cause suffering. That Buddha talked about that. Yes. The attachment to things, the attachment to a title, to a way of living, to even a sense of yourself leads to suffering.
Yes.
Let go of the attachment, let go of the control, and have all of it be self-responsibility. What am I in charge of? I'm in charge of what makes me feel good. I'm in charge of expressing what I want. I'm in charge of what I need, right?
Yep.
When I can put the focus on that, I don't have to worry about controlling any of these people. And so me, like an example of me saying, until you can, don't contact me again, was a boundary. And because they didn't, showed they didn't want to.
Right.
And that is a win-win. Even though we might see it as loss, it's a win for the soul that's evolving that wants respect and honor around it.
Yeah.
So you might clear out a lot of old energies when you make these self-love choices. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to say anything before we sign off? And we're going to keep this episode going. I feel like there's more to say. But anything you want to say to close up this session?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks to Spirit for calling me out.
Because because we love you. Yes. It's always in the loving way of like helping us see like what we need to see.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
See what you need to see. Different song. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning into this episode on choosing joy, consciously choosing joy. And I feel like we're going to continue this at least into another podcast. So stick around, come tune in again, and catch the rest of this convo. Have a blessed day. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.